This interview is a part of the Oklahoma Historical Society's Oral History Program, Living Legends Collection. This interview was originally conducted in September of 1970 in New York City, New York. The interview was conducted by Mr. Pendleton Woods. The interviewee is Mrs. Margaret Twyman. That's Twyman. Mrs. Twyman was in charge of the Community Services area of the Motion Pictures Association. This interview is fragmentary in nature. There is no introduction on this tape to lead into this interview. However, there is some information at the end of the interview identifying the interviewee and where the interview was done.
To develop pride in Oklahoma, and I think that Oklahomans are feeling probably more pride in their state today than at any time in the past. And I wonder if you might comment on on pride in Oklahoma yourself.
Well, I think Oklahomans, and certainly everyone in this country, should be proud of a heritage from Oklahoma. To me, it is kind of the epitome of the pioneer spirit and the fact that culture has grown from the day of the original run to what it is today speaks well of those people who have settled in Oklahoma and now call it their own. You know, when you live in New York, people are, one is accused of being provincial in its point of view. And I find that happening when I now go from New York to other parts of the country. I'm suspect, in other words. And interestingly, on the other hand, the other side of the coin is that people who've always lived in New York and never been in Oklahoma have very provincial ideas about what Oklahomans are like. And I must say that I think there is more so-called culture and highly developed interest in the arts and sciences and in educational matters, as well as in great economic growth in Oklahoma as almost any other state in the Union. I think this is easy to prove in so many ways. And I would say that my good personal friends who still live in Oklahoma are probably as sophisticated in the fine sense of the word as friends from anywhere in the world, actually. So I should think anyone who has a background in Oklahoma and has come up through the wonderful so-called heritage which one is inevitably going to get in Oklahoma should be proud indeed. I know I usually mention the fact that I was born there and that I've lived a number of years of my life in Oklahoma with great, great pride.
Thank you very, very much. We have just been visiting with Mrs. Margaret Twyman, who is Vice President in charge of Community Services for the Motion Picture Association